Are you thinking about building or buying a brand new home in Columbus, Ohio? You might be asking yourself, is building a new home a good idea? Is it a good investment? How long does it take? And where can I even build this house? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of building a home in Columbus, Ohio, covering all these questions and more, and it all starts right now. So let's go! If you're new to my channel, my name is Mark Van Stein. I make videos on what it's like living in Columbus, Ohio. I cover things like the pros and cons of building a house, the best schools, neighborhoods, areas, cost of living, and all things you need to know about living in Central Ohio. I try to give the viewer a really good idea on what it's like to live here. If after watching the video you liked it, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Just let YouTube know that, hey, Mark's doing a pretty good job. If you're trying to learn more about Columbus, make sure you subscribe because I'm making new videos every week, not only about Columbus, but its many suburbs as well. Most importantly, if you're thinking about building a house or moving or relocating to Columbus, make your life a little easier and let me and my team help. I'm a full-time RE/MAX realtor and have been helping people move to Columbus for over 18 years now. There are lots of real estate agents in Central Ohio, but not many of them do it full-time like I do. Finding an agent you can trust will not only help you find or build a great home, but also make sure you make a good investment can be a bit of a challenge. Please don't make a mistake with one of the biggest investments people make in their lifetimes. But I don't want you to sit there and let me tell you how wonderful an agent I am and take my word for it. I want you to hear what my past clients had to say. Before or after watching this video, take a few minutes to check out some of the video testimonials from my past clients. You can scan the QR code or click the link down below in the description. There you'll find on-camera video testimonials from my past clients talking about the experience they had working with me, right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. You can call me, text me, email me, scan this QR code. My contact information is down below, also at the end of the video. Well, enough about me. Let's get after the pros and cons of building a house. Before we hit the pros and cons, let's talk about the different types of builders we have in Columbus. When you're building a brand new home, you have two main builder options, using a production builder or a custom builder. If you're building a home that's less than $650,000 in a neighborhood, you're probably talking about a production builder in today's market. With a production builder, you'll get to choose from a selection of floor plans that are already being built in that community. Then you can select upgrades or downgrades to fit your needs and budget. While you're going to have some choices, keep in mind that with a production builder, the decor options and floor plan changes are going to be limited. The way production builders keep their costs low is they're able to build the same floor plans quickly with limited changes. For example, let's say you want granite countertops in your kitchen. You'll probably have to pay extra for it. It's actually going to be an upgrade. Even then, you'll only be able to select from a few different levels of granite and styles. This is pretty much the case for every aspect of a production built construction, from the carpeting to the light fixtures to the doors, everything. You're going to have choices, but they're going to be limited choices. On the other hand, a custom builder offers much more flexibility and freedom. With a custom builder, you're essentially starting from scratch and include whatever you want. The builder probably is going to have preferred suppliers and brands that they recommend, but ultimately it's a blank canvas. You can create your dream home. You'll have the complete control over every detail and design. All that customization will come at a cost, however, and I'll discuss that later on in the video. Let's start with the pros first. Number one is less maintenance. When you build a new home, you're starting with a clean slate and all new systems and appliances. This equates to fewer headaches down the road when it comes to maintenance and repairs. Newer homes generally come with some kind of builder's warranty, which will cover the structure and the foundation. The major systems like the plumbing, electrical, HVAC are usually covered by the subcontractor who installs it. Things like appliances will come with their own warranties as well, which are going to be for about a year or two. Whether you've owned a home in the past or just rented, you know that things always seem to break at the worst possible time. A good friend of mine's furnace went out Christmas Day this year. It happened to be one of the coldest days of the year that day, 5 below zero here in Columbus. And one of his pipes froze. He didn't get anybody out to fix it for like 2 days. When you have a new or newer systems, there's less chance of something like that happening, at least for the first few years. It's just a little bit of peace of mind that I'm not going to have to worry about the furnace going out or the roof leaking. It's one of the major advantages of buying something that's brand new. Being able to customize your new home the way you want it is another big benefit of building a new house. When you build your own home, you have complete control over every aspect of its design, from the floor plan to the color of the walls to the kitchen cabinets. This means that you can truly create a space that meets all of your needs. Whether you're building a home that is perfect for entertaining or one that's designed for your 12 kids, building will give you the flexibility to make that happen. When you build a new home, you have the opportunity to make it truly unique. Do you want a gourmet kitchen with high-end appliances and a spa-like bathroom, or a home office? It's really up to you. You can select every detail from the flooring to the light fixtures and create something that truly reflects your personality. But be careful. I always warn my clients that unless they're going to bury you in the backyard, you're going to have to sell this home someday. I walk through so many custom-built homes where the floor plan makes no sense and the decor is way too personalized. And guess what? When those homes come on the market, they have a difficult time selling and usually sell under value. So, if you're going to build a custom home, make sure it's not going to just fit your immediate needs, but also the needs of the next owner. Next is energy efficiency. New homes are going to be far more energy efficient than many older homes. They're built with the latest advancements in construction materials and technologies. Builders say can construct a home that is not only comfortable, but also one that is environmental friendly and cost effective. One way builders achieve better efficiency is by better insulation and air sealing techniques. I love new technology and I'm amazed by some of the advancements in home building in the last several years. Modern construction methods are going to reduce the amount of energy needed to heat and cool a home, which in turn is going to lower your monthly utility bills. Also, you can choose other energy efficient items like appliances or lighting fixtures, which are going to help also reduce those utility bills. Building a new home is also going to give you the opportunity to use some of these smart home technologies, from programmable thermostats that automatically adjust the temperature to smart lighting systems that can be controlled from your phone. These technologies make it much easier to conserve energy and reduce your bills. Maybe you want to get off the grid totally and put solar panels on your roof. When you build a home, it opens up a lot of different possibilities. Lastly, building gives you the opportunity to live in a more modern floor plan. New construction floor plans are designed to maximize the use of space, making the most out of every square foot, which when you build is expensive. Pretty much gone are the large formal living rooms that were very common 25 years ago. Also, I see more and more homes being built without formal dining rooms. People are starting to figure out that, hey, I really don't need a room that I'm only going to use 2 or 3 times a year. New construction also means maximizing the space the way you want to use it. Another advantage of a more modern floor plan is the improved flow of the home. Traditional floor plans have these long, narrow hallways and can feel a little bit cramped and closed in. Newer floor plans have more of an open concept that allows for easier movement between rooms. Better flow will make your home feel larger and more homey. Newer style floor plans will promote togetherness. Now, maybe this is a good or a bad thing, depending on your situation, but with these improved floor plans, especially between the kitchen, where everyone spends most of their time anyhow, and the family rooms, your loved ones can better share their experiences. Also, newer floor plans often include larger windows and skylights, which can bring in more natural light. And trust me, we need all the natural light we can get in our homes in Columbus, Ohio. That's it for the pros. Do me a favor, before I get to the cons, hit that thumbs up button down below. And please, if you have any questions about building a new home or Columbus, drop them down in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. And if you're thinking about building a new home, make sure you give me a call. The last thing you want to do is go into a situation you're unfamiliar with, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and not have an experienced advisor helping and guiding you. I'm here to help. The first con of building a new home, and it's a big one, is the cost. Whenever you buy something new, you pay a premium, and homes are no different. If you look at the cost per square footage for a new home compared to an existing home, it's going to be much higher no matter what part of Columbus you may be looking. Please don't be fooled by these teaser rates the builders will advertise new homes starting in the whatever range. While it might be technically correct, that's going to basically get you 4 walls and a roof. I found my clients spend an average of $30,000 to $70,000 in upgrades during the building process. And I use the word upgrade very loosely because a lot of these items you expect to come in a house, but the builder's going to charge them for you as an upgrade. The other thing buyers fail to account for are things like outdoor living space, blinds, curtains, none of which will be included in the price of your home. Your new home will literally have wooden steps out the back door to the backyard just to get occupancy. No deck, no patio, nothing of that nature is going to be included. And let me tell you, outdoor living space is expensive to build. Curtains and blinds are the same way. You can spend thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars on blinds and curtains for a new home. And I won't even talk about having to buy furniture. Make sure you're thinking of all these things when you're building a new home, and make sure you're including them in your overall budget. The other disadvantage of building a new home is location. In many cases, the only available land for new builds is going to be on the outskirts of Columbus, away from the downtown area. This is due to the fact that Columbus was developed from the inside out, leaving limited land for development closer to the downtown. As a result, building a new home often means building it further away from the city. This can be a challenge for people who have to work downtown and have to be in the office. The commute is going to be longer. There are a few metro neighborhoods that have new construction, and occasionally there's going to be a buildable lot. Someone splits off something, but this isn't very common and it is expensive. The next con is how long it takes to build a new home. Building a home takes months, even years, especially if it's a larger, more custom home. It's important to understand the difference between a build time for a production-built home and a custom-built home. For a production-built home, the build process may move a little bit more quickly because you have limited options for structural changes to the floor plan. Once you sign the contract, it typically takes 60 days to get the permits, another 6 to 8 months for the actual build time, depending on the time of year and the builder's schedule. Custom-built homes can take much longer. It takes a minimum between 30 and 45 days just to get the plans together, and then another 30 to 45 days for engineering and architectural drawings once the contract is signed. Then you'll need to get permits, and finally the construction will start. On average, construction for a custom home build takes 9 to 12 months and can be even longer depending on the size and scope of the project. It's just important to understand if you go down this route, it will be a time commitment, not only for the construction of the home, but also your time meeting the builders and designing the home. The next con is going to be the quality of materials and craftsmanship. When it comes to older homes, there is no denying the quality of materials and craftsmanship is often far superior to what is being built out there today. Just go ahead and ask any builder who's been around a while. Back in the day, builders took their time to create homes that were built to last, using high quality materials like old growth wood, real stone, and metals. They also put a lot of effort into making sure that every detail is right, from the hand carved moldings to the intricate stonework around the fireplace. This focus on quality and attention to detail is something that is often lacking in newer construction homes, which are built quickly and with the goal of maximizing profits. Materials like particle board, veneer press board, and other low-cost, low-quality materials are commonly used in newer construction, and the overall craftsmanship often leaves a lot to be desired. The reality is we just don't have the tradespeople like we used to do the high-quality work. The builders I know have a hard time getting people to even show up consistently, if at all. Lastly is resale value. Basically, it all comes down to how long you plan on staying in this home. Like I mentioned earlier, you're going to pay a premium for new construction. If you're in it for the long haul, 20 years, then you know what, no worries. But if you're thinking about selling within the next 3 to 5 years, then it's important to be a little bit more careful. When you're buying new construction in Columbus, specifically a production built home, you want to ask the builder what phase of the neighborhood they are in and when they anticipate being finished. You don't want to try and sell your home while the builder is still building in the area, especially if the market starts to soften. Unfortunately, there are a lot of fees involved when selling a home. Taxes, county fees, title fees, real estate fees, it all adds up. If the market hasn't appreciated or has declined, you could be in trouble. Builders won't usually reduce the prices of their new homes, especially in neighborhoods where they're still building in. So they don't want to upset their past customers and they want to keep the appraisals high. Instead, they offer incentives like below market financing, free money for upgrades. I even had a builder finish off a basement for a client of mine for free. My point is, you don't want to compete with the builder when it comes to selling. They will always be able to undercut you if necessary. If a buyer has a choice, they will usually pick something new and exactly what they want over an existing home. So keep all these things in mind when picking an area or a neighborhood to build in. Well, there are some of the pros and cons of building a new home. Hopefully you found it beneficial. If you did, again, please give me that thumbs up down below. And take a look at some of the other helpful videos on this channel where I go in depth on some of the more popular areas, suburbs, school districts, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my new ones. Also, I would love to hear any questions you might have about building a new home or Columbus in general. Just drop them in the comments down below. Finally, if you're thinking about building or moving or relocating to Columbus, make sure you give myself and my team a call. You've probably sensed that I'm super diligent helping people not only buy a great home, but also trying to protect them as much as possible during the sale or their build process. It is so very, very important that you have a professional realtor helping you purchase or build in Columbus and not someone who's just going to sell you something, because you really want to make sure not only do you buy a nice home, but you also make a good investment as well. You can call me, text me, email me. My contact information is down below and at the end of the video. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos on what it's like to live in Columbus, Ohio. Until next time.